Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Drake. I'm the kindergarten teacher. Well, one of them. This book I want to read to you is about never, ever shout in a zoo. It is by Karma Wilson and illustrated by Doug Cushman. I'm going to open it up. Now, notice what's going on here, boys and girls. Never, ever shout in a zoo. And they have a little girl with her chocolate ice cream cone. But then what happens? She trips. And guess what happens with her ice cream cone? Okay, so let's see what happens, what we think could be happening. What do you think she's doing because of her ice cream cone? She's probably doing what the book said to never, ever shout in a zoo. Never, ever shout in a zoo, because if you do, anything might happen, and don't say, I didn't warn you. If you shout in the zoo, you might scare a bear. A giant bear, a giant grouchy bear, a giant grouchy grizzly bear that weighs 2,023 pounds. Oops. And if you scare that bear, he just might charge. A large charge. A large barge of charge right through the bars of his cage. Uh-oh. Don't say, I didn't warn you. And if that bear gets loose, he might charge past a moose. A big moose. A big bull moose. A big bull moose with a bad attitude. And if that moose sees a bear running loose, he might get an idea. A dreadful idea. A dreadful, disastrous idea that he should be free like that bear. Uh-oh. Don't say, I didn't warn you. And if the moose escapes, he might trot by the apes. All those apes, all those clever apes, all those clever, conniving apes that love to play practical jokes. So the ape is thinking, he's thinking, and if those apes should happen to spy the moose and the bear as they clatter on by, they might come up with a plan, a malicious plan, a malicious, mischievous plan to break out like the moose and the bear and set animals loose everywhere. Don't say, I didn't warn you. Oh, those apes. They've got a plan. Let's see what their plan is all about. Oh, gracious. And if those apes could do as they please, they'd probably steal the zookeeper's keys. Look what they're doing. That poor zookeeper. Everything's falling out of his pockets. They'd let out the hippos. They'd unleash the lions. They'd set free the tigers and the kangaroos, the snakes, the flamingos, the crocodiles, and every single beast in the zoo. Now those are some mischievous apes. Don't say I didn't warn you. Look at every animal. They're all fleeing. All those creatures would scatter about, all because of a shout. One shout. One innocent little shout. One innocent little shout that started the whole mess. Who are they looking at? Yeah, she wasn't happy about losing her ice cream, was she? And all those animals running wild might lock up each man and woman and child at the zoo, including you. Now who's on display at the zoo? Instead of the animals, it's people. I warned you. I can't say I didn't. Look at that silly ape. He's having a grand old time, still whirling around those keys. And there you would be in a pen. Then, what would you do to get out? You'd probably shout. But I haven't warned you. But haven't I warned you? That's what it says. Oh, no. Nobody's very happy with her. Do you think that do you think something like that can happen, boys and girls? I don't know. Never, ever shout in a zoo. New exhibit, dinosaur frozen in ice from the Arctic. Uh-oh. Not that all the other animals were bad enough, but a dinosaur? No, we don't need that rumping around. Well, boys and girls, I certainly hope that you enjoyed this book. I used to read this book to my children, and they loved it so much. Thanks for your time. Have an amazing day, and take care.